So what's good, everybody? And this is Crazy Jay. How y'all doing today? And I want to welcome y'all to my podcast, Crazy Jay's World. So I don't know, I feel like in a fun mood today. I want to have some fun on here. You know, I haven't really had fun on my podcast yet. So I want to actually have some fun. I'm going to play a little song real quick. It's from a Riverside thing. It's only 21 seconds. It's kind of cool. Let's listen to it for a sec. Kind of catchy. I kind of like it. I want to have some fun on my podcast and do all the things that I want to do. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That was kind of cool, right, guys? So, supposedly I can go live on here too. I don't know what that is yet. I'm going to have to check that out. So I wind up changing my plan on here and paid a little bit of money. It's okay. I like this platform. And so now I'm paid for the year, which is great because now I have this for a year. I have it till next July. So it's cool. So I could do this for a whole year and I don't have to worry about missing a payment and being like, I lost my podcast abilities. So I wanted to talk a little bit about horror movies today and have fun. Oh, and another thing. So I'm proud to say, hopefully everything goes well with this. And next podcast I do next week, I'm going to have my first guest, my first interview, my good friend, Mackay Cutler. He is going to come on and we're going to talk. And I'm so excited to have him on. I can't wait. I really like Mackay a lot. Mackay is a really great person. He's helped me out throughout the last year in many ways that he doesn't know. And I really appreciate him so very much. His girlfriend too. They're great people, you know. I met a lot of great people in the last 14 months at where I work and stuff, and I like where I work, and it's great. There's a lot of good people there. So, but Mackay really wants to come on, and I want to have him on, and I hope that you guys enjoy what we talk about. You know, I feel like I'm going to do good with the interview because I know how to ask a lot of questions. I'm very questionable as it is. So I'm looking forward to asking him a lot of things. And, you know, I mean, it might get a little personal. I mean, he wants to get personal and he told me. So that maybe this is where he needs to do it, you know, and everybody can listen. And I just want you all to give him a round of applause, you know, because, you know, it's a big thing to come on and do this because he might be a little scared, you know. It could be a little intimidating. So one more round of applause for Mackay. So usually when I edit, I cut out a lot of stuff with my editing. Today I might not. So this might be a little bit different of a podcast because I'm going to just leave it normal. I want to see what people think of it without me editing certain aspects. I take a lot of the ums out, I say, and like the sound effects get cut out. And this sound effect board I got, I want to try to start using it and seeing what happens. If it supposedly I guess it changes my voice. It does like the clapping, the other stuff. But when I edit my podcast here, it cuts a lot of if I do the drum thing or the laughing, here, let's hear what do you call a ball in baseball? A baseball. It's not very funny, but I thought it was kind of funny. Like I said, I want to have fun today, guys. Yeah, let's give a clap again. Well, my clap thing didn't work. I don't know why. Let's try it again. There it is. Anyway, like I said, I want to have some fun today on here. I haven't had fun on my podcast. I don't always want to just, talk about seriousness and be so serious all the time. I'm serious. I try to be serious. I'm a goofball in real life. So if you get to know me more, which I hope people start doing and get to know me, for instance, look, I got my new hoodie. I think they look good, my merch that I'm wearing a lot of stuff. I got my t-shirt on too under my hoodie. I want people to start wanting my stuff. I think my symbol, one more time. Let's show it again. Let's show it one more time. There goes my chair. But yeah, I think it looks good. I think it would look good on other people if people wanted to start getting it. Well, the thing about the horror movies I want to talk about was, so I heard that they're trying to bring back Freddy Krueger in Nightmare on Elm Street, which I am so excited about. Like I said in my last podcast, I think it was, he is my all-time favorite. He is the reason I love horror movies. And supposedly Paramount Plus or whatever it is, and Warner Brothers are they're going to both make a movie So there's going to be like two movies from two different studios, which I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like that's awesome because we're going to get two different Freddys. But what if they suck? Like the one remake they made, when was it? 2010, I believe. I liked it actually. I thought the remake was good. They had a lot of the CGI. I think the guy who played him was great. He was in The Watchmen. He was also in The Bad News Bears. He was the older kid in The Bad News Bears. Yeah, I'm gonna look up my phone. We're gonna see real quick. Let's see the New Line Cinema stuff about Freddy Krueger. I watched it on YouTube. This guy 3C Films, Chris. His name's Chris. He's really great. He talks a lot about movies. He's a big horror dude. Let's see, Nightmare on Elm Street. Street News. We got like stuff, yeah, like a major studio showdown is unfolding as both Paramount Pictures and Warner Brothers are developing competing A Nightmare on Elm Street films due to a split in domestic and international copyright. It's a Paramount project. Paramount closed a deal for U.S. domestic rights. Wes Craven's original in 1984. In the screenplay, Wes Craven, yeah. The story about Freddy Krueger supposedly Wes Craven was when he was a kid. There was this guy, I guess he was like a drunk bum or something, and he would walk around on West Craven Street at night. And the one night he scared West Craven when he was a kid. And he had the red sweater, the fedora. And then he was always trying to think what would be really scary with when he figured out the Freddy Krueger character. What would be really scary to like scare people? And he came out with the idea for the glove. I think he's seen it in like a book or something. So he got the idea to where, because if you watch like Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's Dead, the one part when the daughter goes down in the cellar, there's all these different types of gloves. It's not just the ones he wore, the main one that everybody knows Freddy for. There was all types of gloves in there, So yeah, Freddy is a very iconic character. I'm really excited about the movies. I hope whoever does it does a really good job with it. And that would be so cool to get two different Freddy Krueger movies from two different studios. I mean, I think they both do a good job. I think, look at what do they have? Crystal Lake. Is it Crystal Lake? I think, yeah. Crystal Lake is the Jason stuff. That's about the mom. They came out that on what station is that? What is that? I don't remember. I forget what it's. I think it's with the NBC. Peacock. Is it Peacock? I think it's Peacock. So yeah, they got the Crystal Lake going on, and and then the video games are coming out. They have Jason supposedly coming back. They're rebringing the series back of the horror games with him, and then you got the Halloween game comes out September 8th, which that I think looks really good. I'm excited for that. I play a lot of COD. I got to start getting like I finally just beat Resident Evil, the new one, Resident Evil Requiem with Leon and Grace Ashcroft. That game was phenomenal. Like, that has some aspects of Resident Evil 4 with the action and the horror of Resident Evil. Like, if you're looking for a really good horror game right now to play, I'd highly, highly recommend Resident Evil Requiem. It's very, very good. Next year, we got Resident Evil Veronica coming out. Not Code Veronica, which I played the original. I never beat it. I got about, I'd say like halfway through it. That game was good. The new game is probably going to be even better. Like the way these video games come out now is amazing. The graphics are just phenomenal for they have the RE engine. I think they're on RE9 now. The engine for Resident Evil, like their RE9 or the RE engine is just amazing. Like the things they can do with these Resident Evil games now. And I just can't wait to see like more games they come out with. Like it's cool they're doing the remakes and everything, but they need to make another original game. Like Resident Evil Requiem is original. It's a whole brand new game. It's not a remake or anything. I liked Resident Evil 2's remake. Resident Evil 4's remake was really, really good. It's better than the original. Like, and Resident Evil 4 is my favorite Resident Evil of all time out of all the Resident Evil games. And the remake blew it out of the water. Like, they added so much more stuff. The graphics were better. Like, Resident Evil 4, the classic one, is always going to be my favorite. But I really liked the remake that they came out. I think it was really good. Very, very good. Like I said, they added more stuff in it than they had in the original. Then you have Resident Evil 3, which a lot of people didn't like the remake of that one with Nemesis. I thought it was good. It felt as long as the original. Like, I guess it's because they didn't add stuff. It didn't play like the original, because in the original, I don't remember in the remake if you had to pick different like scenarios, because there were spots in the original Resident Evil 3 Nemesis game where you would get to a spot and then you'd have to pick, like, jump out the window or something, where like you had to like pick decisions, and it would like change the way your game played, kind of like those stories where when you read and then like you have like 3 different options and then it'll tell you, oh, I don't know if anybody remembers these books, but you like would pick a scenario. There was like 3, and then it would tell you what page to go to, so you would skip in the book. Those were cool books. So like you would read the book and then you would get to a thing and it'd be like, blah, blah, blah. And then you would have to like pick a scenario, and then you would go to that page in the book and it would change the way the book came out. So Resident Evil 3, the Nemesis game, was kind of like that. So it was cool, so, but no, horror. Yeah. The big news I really wanted to talk about was the Freddy Krueger stuff. Like, that's so cool. Like, I can't believe when I heard that they're going to be remaking it. Robert Englund, unfortunately, is not. He wants to be in it. So I watched this thing on YouTube about it, and he gave this great idea about like a story they should do. And he said basically that they should start it from Nightmare on Elm Street 3, the Dream Warriors, where like the doctor, Nancy, wound up becoming like what did she become? Like, I guess like a doctor, because she dealt with Freddy from the first movie. So she became like a doctor or whatever. But this doctor guy that is at this asylum where all these kids are that are dreaming of Freddy or having all these nightmares, and they think, the parents, everybody think they're crazy. Even though the parents know they're not crazy. The parents know they killed Freddy, and they're dreaming about him. So basically, he's this doctor that doesn't believe the kids until finally he does. So Robert Englund said he would love to like do that in the new movie, like I guess in one of them, because I don't know what movie they would do it in. So basically have Robert Englund wants to be that doctor part. So he still wants to be in it, but he doesn't want to be Freddy. He's just getting too old to play Freddy. It's not like Freddy Krueger's different than like Jason and Michael Myers, because anybody could be them. Like Jason's a big guy in the movies. Like, he's a really big guy. He's probably like a 6'4" guy, 260 pounds, maybe bigger, and you just need a guy like that that can do the walk and stuff that Jason does and wear the mask. And guess what? You have Jason. Michael Myers is the same thing. Michael Myers is skinnier though. Michael Myers is probably like 6'4", 6'5". He's tall. At least he looks tall in the movies. And then, he just wears a mask. So they don't talk. Jason and Michael Myers don't talk. That's the difference why I liked Freddy so much more than Michael Myers and Jason. Because Freddy has a personality. So, like, basically, you have this guy that's tormenting you in your dreamscape. And that's why I'm hoping they do good with these movies, like these 2 movies or whatever. Because, especially with CGI now and like AI and all this stuff we have, they could make this Nightmare on Elm Street movies so good. Like, they could make the CGI fantastic. Like, they could make, like, kind of what they did in Stranger Things, man. Stranger Things was great because of the CGI. Like, the Upside Down was amazing looking, like what they did with it. The Demogorgons, like it just, what they did with that show, if they could make Freddy, like a Nightmare on Elm Street like that, it would, like, they could do so much with him. But the difference between Freddy and, like, Jason and Michael Myers basically is Freddy has a personality. That's why it's so hard for anybody to just come in and play Freddy, because Robert Englund gave him this image, like Robert Englund played Freddy every movie except the reboot that they came out with. And like I said, the guy who played him was good. I feel like he tried just a little too hard with the jokes. Like he was trying to be Robert Englund, but he's not. This is what I want with a new Freddy Krueger movie. I want someone who plays him. I've seen a couple guys on YouTube that, this one guy, if he played Freddy Krueger, the movie would be really good, because he's like Robert Englund. He looks like Robert Englund, kind of. His voice, like the way he talks, is like Robert Englund, just the actions he does. So if this guy, I don't know his name, he did a couple little clips on YouTube. They're older, but he did his own makeup. Like, he like looked like Freddy Krueger. Like, if you were watching a movie, that's how good his what is it called? The stuff they use to like make the skin and stuff. Oh God, I can't think of the name of it. Sorry guys, I can't think of the name of it. It's something, the fake skin that they put on for the burns and stuff. So, but if they could find someone who has their own personality, it needs to be a new Freddy. Robert Englund's done. We don't need the same Freddy. We need Freddy like that, yes, but we need a new Freddy. We need a new upbeat Freddy. We need a 2026 Freddy. Let's change it now. Let's start over. Like how they're doing with Nightmare, or not Nightmare, I'm sorry, I keep talking about Freddy. The Friday 13th now. They changed Jason's look. He has a different looking mask now. His clothes are different. They're changing the identity of Jason for now. Now they want a new type of Jason. Freddy needs to do that. See, it would have been easy with Freddy if, Freddy never talked. Like, if Robert Englund never, like in the first movie, Robert Englund doesn't talk much. He says a couple lines. That's it. It was in the second movie when he started getting his personality. He started being more fun. He started coming out with these one-line bangers that were just remarkably great. So, like, when you go from Freddy, Nightmare on Elm Street to Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, it was just a different movie. Like, it was just like, this is Freddy Krueger. So him doing all that, now it's like, you got to find somebody who doesn't want to copy Robert Englund. Don't be Robert Englund. Be you. Be the next Freddy of the future, that they could start making more Nightmare on Elm Street movies that people who don't even know who Freddy is can watch him and be like, wow, this is great. Like, Freddy was scary. I remember when I was little, I think when the first time I seen my first horror movie ever I seen was A Nightmare on Elm Street. And I think I was like 4. And I remember my mom had it on VHS, because this is how old I am. We had VHS's video enhancement system. I think what VHS means, video enhancement system, maybe. I'll have to look that up. So, and I remember I wanted to watch it. My mom's like, if you're going to have a nightmare. And I said, no, I'm not, Mom. I won't have a nightmare, I promise. And she was like, all right. So she watched it with me. And sure enough, I went to bed and I had the worst nightmare I've ever had in my life. But ever since that, I was never scared of horror movies again. But he scared the crap out of me. Like, there was something about that first movie, Nightmare on Elm Street, that was horrifying. My favorite is the Nightmare on Elm Street 4. I forget the name of what it's called, and it's the Dream Masters. That's right. It's the Dream, because you have the Dream Warriors. Yeah, you have Nightmare on Elm Street, then you have Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. Nightmare on Elm Street 3, the Dream Warriors. Nightmare on Elm Street 4, the Dream Master. Nightmare on Elm Street 5 is the Dream Child. That's right. And then Nightmare on Elm Street 6 is Freddy's Dead. So then you had the Freddy reboot, Nightmare on Elm Street, which, like I said, was not bad. If you don't care about Robert Englund, like the guy trying to be like Robert Englund, then it's a good movie. The CGI was good in it. Oh, and then there's Freddy vs. Jason. Freddy vs. Jason was good because Robert Englund was in it. He still did Freddy. That was really good. Like, the whole movie was great. Like, they were built. That was such. I forgot all about Freddy vs. Jason. Yes, Freddy vs. Jason was good. I don't know what other horror movies like you guys would want to like talk about. Like Pinhead from what is that? The Pinhead from oh my God, I can't think of the name of that movie. Not The Exorcist. What are they called? The Exorcist was great. Yeah, like Aliens. Those were scary. I remember the first Alien movie. That was horrifying. The Aliens 1 was scary. That was actually scary with Sigourney Weaver, played Ripley. That was scary. Like, I remember the part when they're in they're trapped in the thing. It's like the crawl space for like the ducks, but they're bigger. And they got the thing they're looking at, and all of a sudden they just see the dots, the beep, beep. It's getting closer, beep. It's getting closer, beep. And then it just attacks them. That was scary. The Thing was a scary movie. It would get inside someone and it would take them over. Like the Body Snatchers, it was like a Body Snatcher movie, the Attack of the Body Snatchers. Those are there's a lot of really great classic horror movies. Yeah, The Exorcist was good. What was Pinhead from? Why can't I think of this? I know so much about horror movies. I mean, to an extent, oh my God, I can't think of what it's called. Yeah, but Pinhead, I know everybody's got to know what Pinhead is, right? The pin's coming out of his head. Yeah, Pinhead's iconic. That look is so iconic. I actually heard a thing about that. So they put the pins in his head actually during like the makeup, I think for like the lines or something, and they were going to take him out. And the guy actor, I think it was the actor, he liked it so much, he said, leave it in. It looks more scary. That's how the pin, he wasn't even supposed to look like that. That's how crazy it is. They just left it in and then it wound up working. And look at the movie. So then you got Pinhead and the other little people that are with him. I don't know if anybody ever remembers Critters. They were these little things from space. They were these like little brown like porcupine things. And they had red eyes. They were creepy. Those were great movies. I'm trying to think how many there were. Was there? I know there was 2 Critter movies. There might have been 3. I don't know. I know there was 2. There was Critters. I think it was called Return of the Critters. Was the second one. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how many there was, but those were good movies too. The Critters movies were good. I don't know. There was it called The Gates? The Hell Gate? The Gate. That was a good movie. The Gate. I don't know. This is an 80s movie. These are just classic. Great. Texas Chainsaw Massacre was great. House of a Thousand Corpses. the last house on the left, that was Wes Craven. Wes Craven was such a great director. Wes Craven was great, man. Like, like they called New Line Cinema the house that Freddie built. Like basically just horror movies. I love horror movies. I don't know, like ever since I was a kid, I loved watching horror movies. I'd have to say horror movies are my favorite, and then I like comedies are really good too, especially if you get a good comedy. You know, you have to get a good comedy. Depends on who's in it, and the storyline of it. Then the movie could be really good. It just matters on really who's in it. You need good people in it to make it good. You know what I mean? Like you have to have a good script. You have to have a good setting. Adam Sandler, I love like every single movie is. Not Happy Gilmore, I'm sorry. Billy Madison is my favorite though by him. Billy Madison is such a classic movie. Stop looking at me, Swan, when he's sitting in the tub. Yeah, man, Billy Madison is great. That was actually on my TV the other day. Billy Madison, actually, now I'm thinking about it. So that was cool. So basically, I just wanted to come on here and just, I'm going to just try to keep coming on and talking about things. That's what a podcast is about. I would like to eventually maybe get an identity and just talk about, I want to basically just talk about life, just like things. I want to talk about people keep listening, and then I want to eventually grow my YouTube channel into something cool. Like I want to make it fun. Like I watch a lot of YouTube, so I see what a lot of people do. Like maybe I should go outside and talk to chipmunks, and then I can video it. I don't know. Let me give a clap on that. Yeah, let's go talk to some chipmunks. Or squirrels. I could do the squirrels, So like I said, I'm not going to edit this one. I'm going to just put it out and you're just going to hear everything. I'll just clean up the background noise. I'll fix the mic up. I want to see how it sounds because it cuts a lot of like the sound things out. Like, like you got this one, which is kind of cool. So when you tell a joke, like, what's 2 plus 2? 4. It's 4. See, I told you I want to have a little fun today. I want to have a little fun. I want to mix it up a little bit. I want to be a little spicy. I like to goof around and I like to be funny. I have a funny personality. So eventually I want to like, I don't tell like jokes. That's the thing. Like I don't sit here and tell jokes. Like I actually want to try stand up. I was thinking about trying to do like, I like to do improv too. Improv would be cool. Eventually I'd like to have somebody come on and like maybe do this with me. Like I'm starting it by myself. I feel like if I had somebody to talk to, we got some topics and stuff, man, I can make this podcast really something cool. A lot of people that I know that have listened to it said they really like it. And I didn't think people were going to like it. I thought people were going to be like, oh, you suck, bro. You're so bad. Like, you just don't do it good. Like you're boring and I don't want to listen to you anymore. And then they would have like, I mean, I'll still keep doing it regardless. Like if people don't listen, they don't listen. I can't make people listen to it. I can only talk, video myself, and just be me. So that's all I could really do. Man, that sucks. Being me, I'm getting laughed at. Like, oh, what the hell? Let's do it again. Wow. What is that? Oh, man. See, you got to have a good personality to be laughed at, Nah, listen. I've been made fun of growing up, and I've had people call me kinds of names. I've been probably called every name in the book, and that's okay. Because, there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I wanted to talk about horror movies. I did, that was cool. Like it was really about Freddy Krueger because I heard news and I was like, what, I want to do it. I want to talk about that on my podcast. Like, that's cool. I'll have to get some research about it and I'll talk about it again. Like I'm going to keep, keep an eye on it. And then I could tell people like what's going on when basically, it's getting closer. Like if they're making the movie and stuff. Oh, like before I came on here to do my podcast, I did go live on YouTube. I was actually able to do it on my computer. I'm looking for people to start. I'm going to start trying to go live more on my computer. I could do it on my phone. It's kind of cool on a computer. I haven't tried on my phone yet because I only have, let me look. I think I only have 49 subscribers still. Let's go check YouTube real quick, guys. Let's see real quick how many subscribers I have. I'm at 49. So on my phone, I can technically not go live until I have 50. So I need one more subscriber. And then I can go live on YouTube on my phone. Now, my TikTok, which I started doing TikTok, let's see how many followers are there. Sorry, guys. So I have 35 followers, and until I have 50 followers on TikTok, I can't go live on there either, which I don't understand all this. You should just be able to go live. You know, it helps you. They want you to create all like these short things. I get it. Helps you get followers. I did. It's called Crazy J's World. That's my TikTok. I didn't want that. I just wanted to see. Yeah. So basically, yep. And I just wrote, I am the creator of the podcast Crazy J's World, and I put on YouTube. Come check me out. Post content here as well. Looking for followers and supporters. Peace. So basically, you know, uh, yeah, I'm just trying to do my thing. And I'm just gonna keep, coming on here and just talking about things like this. I created this podcast to talk about life. I'm thinking about if I could find the time. I wanted to do this too for a long time. I wanted to write a book about my life. Just write things that I went through. It don't have to be like a long. It could be like a short story book. And I was talking to somebody at work about it. He was thinking about writing a book about his life, and I was like, "Bro, you should." And then he told me that I should do the same thing. And I remember I have a thing. I got to find it. It just says my life story. And I thought about doing it. Just that I haven't wrote in so long. I could write. It would just be, I'd have to sit here and like figure out how to actually write about myself like that and for people to read it. Here's a little different. I could just come on here and talk, record it and then put it out there and then I'm good, you know. So, yeah, but if I could get, one more subscriber, that'd be cool for now. I want to get more, obviously. I want to get bigger, but if I could just get the one, that'd be cool. So then I can go live on my phone. And then if I could get, what is it, 35, so 15 more followers on TikTok, then I can go live on there. I'll keep making shorts. I want to do more interviews on here. I'm going to start with the Mackay one, which I can't wait to have Mackay on. I'm excited just to try to do this and see how I do. It's going to be a test run. I don't want to, I don't want to ask the wrong questions and hurt his feelings or anything like that. I want to be gentle with Mackay because I like Mackay a lot and I want to get him. I want him to feel what he needs to feel, like I want him to want to say what he wants to say because he obviously wants to, and I want him to be able to feel comfortable doing that. And I want to see how my interviewing skills are because I think I'd be good at interviewing. Like I said, I asked a lot of questions, so I'm excited to do my first interview. Yeah, babe. Yes, and maybe there'll be more interviews to come. Someone also I work with wanted to come on and have their friend on here about relationships. I'm perfectly good with talking about relationships. My marriage sucked. I'm divorced. I'm trying to talk to somebody again and seeing if it could work out. I care about this person a lot and I would love to be with them. There's just, things we just keeps not working out and I wanted to. And I found somebody that I want to spend my time with. And it's been rough the last couple of years with me in relationships. I don't want to get into that too much now because I said, I want to have fun on here. I'm not going to keep you too much longer, but I want to have fun. I talked about my horror movies. But yeah, no, relationships is it's a tough subject. I got 3 kids with my ex-wife and I have custody of them. Well, my 2 are adults now. My daughter will be 19 soon, and my oldest son is 20, and then my youngest is 16. So they're all older now. But I got them when they were a little younger. I've had custody for them for a couple of years, but I haven't had good luck in relationships, unfortunately, and I'm still not having luck with them, and I'm lonely because of it. And I would love to talk about relationships a lot on here. Because there's probably people out there that hopefully are going to listen that are going through something in a relationship. Like cheating, for instance. Why do people cheat? I look at it like this. If you're actually going to go out and cheat on somebody, just break up with them. Like, why sit here and go be with somebody else behind your partner's back and then go home? Why? Because you want to have your cake and eat it too? Because when the other person finds out, like if you've never been cheated on, then you don't know what it feels like to be cheated on. Like, I don't cheat because I know what it feels like to be cheated on by somebody I loved. Like somebody I loved and they cheated on me more than how many times I could count, and I stayed with them regardless because I loved them. And it was toxic. And that's what happens. It turns into toxicness because you're trying to be with somebody who keeps hurting you, and that's not a physical hurt, that's a mental hurt. Like you mentally hurt from someone you love doing that, So, like, if you're really going to go out there and start sleeping around with somebody else or other people, then just break up with the person you're with because obviously you don't want to be with them. Like, there's something, cheating means there's something going on. It's not just you see somebody that's attractive and you go out and you sleep with them. It's because there's something going on in your relationship that, and the problem with relationships even today, I've noticed, is people don't want to talk about their problems. They either want to fight, ignore it, or just screw. That's it. Like they don't want to like fix the problem. And then I look at relationships now today in the world, especially like OnlyFans gone, like a lot of this stuff, and it's like for instance, the phones with all like the sex stuff out there with the girls. It's a lot of temptation, man. Like when I was growing up, it wasn't like we didn't have cell phones. So like in order to watch porn, you had to get like videotapes or magazines, or you had to watch those gray. I remember like trying to get the pay-per-view channel to just see stuff, which you used to. You'd see a nipple here and there, and you'd hear stuff. But when I was younger, but it wasn't like now. I mean, you could go right on your phone and watch porn. That's how bad it is. It's so easy to cheat, man. Like a relationship takes work, guys. And girls, it's not just you're seeing someone and that's it. Like, if you don't have feelings for that person like you think, then you're not with the right person. You'll know if you're with the right person. But yeah, I'd really like to have like that person on that wants to come on to our relationships because we could talk about stuff. Like, they've probably been through some bad relationships. I've been through some really bad relationships too. So I think that would be cool to have that person on about that because I would definitely love to talk about relationships. Like I said, I just want to talk about life on here. I want to talk about recovery. I want to have fun on here. I want people to be able to talk to me. I want people to relate. I'm sure people can relate to what I say, especially with the recovery aspect. So, you know, uh, yeah, I mean, that's basically what I created this podcast for, and I'm just going to keep doing it. I don't know what I'm going to talk about next week. Well, Makai's coming on, so we're going to do the interview and we'll just talk. So next week will be good because it'll be me and I'll have somebody on here to talk to. So I have somebody to actually bounce stuff off. So it'll probably be a different podcast. It might be better. Eventually, like I said, I'd like to maybe have somebody join me permanently and I do this with somebody. That would be cool. So I don't have to just do it by myself. I will keep thinking of things to talk about and I'll keep doing this, whether I have listeners or not, because for one, I pay for this for a year. So I want to use it. I paid nice amount of money for this software. So I'm going to use it regardless, whether I have listeners or not. I'm going to be like real. I'm a real person. Like I say how I feel. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I would love eventually people to want to start getting some merch from me because I'd love to see my stuff being out there. That would be so cool. Like I'm just walking around or I'm out somewhere and I just see somebody with a Crazy J's World shirt on. And I'm like, oh my God, that's like my thing. Like I want to get big. Went through a lot in my life and I want to get big. I want to be known. I do. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people stream because they want to get known. Streaming is the big thing now. Everybody streams to get known. Everybody does their own little thing of streaming. I'm trying this right now, the podcasting thing. Eventually, I'm going to start making videos on YouTube. That's coming too. I just want to start slow because I just started doing this. So I don't want to be like making a podcast and I'm trying to like make these weird, stupid videos on YouTube just to get followers. Like I want people to actually want to listen to me, and I want people to comment things that they want to hear me talk about. Like I have the internet. I could look stuff up online and we could figure things to talk about. Like if there's stuff you want me to talk about, message me on Facebook or I think I have an email. If not, I'll have to look. Because I don't want to say my email out here. It's my personal email. I got to see if I could create one. I tried doing it. I don't think I was able to. So I might, my personal email is fine if I had to use it. But yeah, no, I want ideas of, things to talk about, but like I said, I'm excited to do this interview next week. I'm looking forward to that. I just hope it goes well, I hope you guys liked what I talked about today. I hope you guys liked the little segment about, like, that was all I was really going to talk. I just wanted to talk about the Freddy Krueger thing. Like, I figure I'd talk about horror movies. I can't remember what movie Pinhead's from. Why can I not remember this? It's such a known movie. Oh my God. It's going to come to me after I'm done doing this podcast. That's the problem. That's when I'm going to remember what this movie's called. Like, I know it's like in my brain right now and I cannot think of the name of it. Oh, that's annoying so much. Oh my God. What is it called? Anyway, it's not a big deal. I'm sure everybody who knows who Pinhead is, they know what movie he's from, you know? Yeah, so this band I really like, Motionless in White, their new album is awesome, by the way. I had to bring that up. You could see them in my back. See, that's them right there. Halloween every day. Right here on my wall is my Five Finger Death Punch because they're in my, these are like my five favorite bands. Metallica's my all-time favorite band ever. Metallica. I love Metallica. No one will ever be more my favorite than Metallica. But, and then out of my top five is Metallica. Then I'd have to say Five Finger Death Punch is my second. And then Motionless in White and New Year's Day are third because they're tied because I like both of them just as much. And then In This Moment's fourth. And my fifth, I don't know who my fifth favorite band is, to be honest with you. I know there's five bands there, but I like New Year's Day and Motion White just as the same. I like them a lot. In This Moment, I like too, but not as much New Year's Day and Motionless in White. But the new album, Motionless in White, actually, let me see what it's called. I forget. I think it's called, hang on. I know what it's called. It's called Decades. Decades. Yep, Motionless Decades. It's right there. So it's really good, and you should check it out if you're into that kind of music. I don't know if you are. I'm sure not everybody who's listening is. Yeah, music. I love music. I was a big punk rocker growing up when I was younger. Skater, punk rocker. I like techno a lot. Techno's a big thing of me too, but I like my goth music, metal and stuff. I just like music. I don't listen to a lot of rap though. Rap, I don't feel. There are some rap I like old school rap from back in the day, like Biggie and stuff, and Eminem and stuff like that. But a lot of rap, I don't feel what I feel from other music. So it's nothing against rap or anything. Like, it's music. I understand that. It's not my kind of music, So, yeah. Oh, and then my Raiders, man. My Raiders, they're doing pretty good. I'm checking out some of the moves they're making, man. I'm telling you. You better watch out. I think the Raiders are going to be a lot better than people think, baby. I know. I like that the Raiders are an underdog. I love it because it's going to show when they're good. And then I'm going to be telling everybody, I told you guys, like I wasn't lying. So, but yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. I'm going to wrap it up. I don't try to make these too long because I don't want to start boring people, like with an hour. Maybe eventually, I'm hoping eventually I can get them longer once I have more things to talk about. And once I get, I'm still trying to get comfortable doing this. I'm comfortable, but I feel like I have to sometimes find things to talk about. And I don't want to do that. I want to just flow. I got to get like, I don't know, what is that? Like a lineup, I guess. Like, before I do an episode, like go online, look up some stuff. I wanted to do one about Action Park in New Jersey. I have to look up the stuff. I'm going to have to write some stuff down. And I don't know if anybody knows what Action Park is. It was an old water park in, I think, Vernon, New Jersey. And I went twice. I was there twice. I almost died both times. There was deaths there. It was not the safest water park, and they shut it down. So yeah, I wanted to do an episode about that. I thought it was cool, like Weird New Jersey. I wanted to do like something about Weird New Jersey. I'm gonna check out the live thing on here because it's like right up here on my screen, like up here. And you just can't see where I'm pointing, but I could go live on this thing too because that's what I updated for. I wanted to try live. I don't know what the live is yet on here. I haven't tried it yet, so I want to try that. So that's gonna probably do it for me today. So I'm gonna end with the Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity, or us the serenity, to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. So I love you all, and please try to spread the word about me. If you guys like what I do, I want to keep doing it, and I'd like to do it for a bigger audience. And I just need a word of mouth, sharing online on my YouTube, like, subscribe, share, comment, please. I'm going to keep doing this regardless. I'll keep finding things to talk about. And hopefully people just keep listening, and then maybe I can turn this into something really cool, guys, because I'd freaking like to. I don't even try to curse on here. I don't think I've really cursed on here much. And I curse. I'm not going to lie, I curse. But I'm trying not to do it on here. I'm trying to keep this serene, baby. Serene. And we're going to give a clap on the serene. Serene. So, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm really like doing this. So, but I love you all, and that's gonna do it for me. So I want to say peace, love, and harmony, and everybody take care of each other and be nice to each other. We need kindness in the world. not hate. The world is so full of hate, and it's sad. And that's what they want. And we don't want that. We want to love each other. We're only here for a short period of time. We need to love each other and respect each other, then share the earth. So let's be real to each other, okay, guys? All right. See you in the next one. Peace.